illusion that when you're in a vacuum, you don't hear anything. Please, people, please wake up. Listen to that. They're supposed to be in a vacuum. You wouldn't hear all this. Doesn't that sound like they're in water? It's just ridiculous. That's somebody under the in the water. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? In a vacuum, you don't hear anything. Say he banged or something banged into him, he'd feel a vibration. Listen to that noise. What is that noise in the background? Let alone the noise the astronaut, the waterman's making. He's not even a scuba diver, he's an underwater man. Just listen to that, please, everybody. Please, like a couple of people write to me, well, one in particular, and has a go at me on every single post I make. He has a go at me, and all I keep finding is the mistakes. I don't go through many footages, but I'm just going through these. Did you hear all that? Did you hear it? What is all that noise? And you see that thing up there that keeps moving? That's moving like it's in water. Oh my goodness. All that on the outside. All those wires going 17,000 miles an hour. Does anything look like it's moving? The only thing that's moving is this person here. In the water. Look at all these wires and things outside. I wouldn't want to be on that. I'll tell you what, for anybody that loves space after watching all these, I'll tell you what, I wish I had the money, because I'd pay for a ride for you in one of those rockets, because we'd never see you again. They're fake. You would die. That's what would happen, and you'd end up somewhere in the sea. I think we should put our politicians in the rockets. They should have first place to going up on a rocket. We'd never see them again. Just listen to that noise. How can people watch this and not understand? This was May 2015, and not understand what they're listening to. Like, no one understands what being in a vacuum would be like. You wouldn't hear anything. The astronauts will tell you there's we know they're lying, but they will tell you there's absolutely no noise at all being in a vacuum. So what's all this? Oh my goodness, look at all those wires. Oh my goodness, do you see all those wires sticking out there? Look at all that. All that have to happen is a little tiny meteorite would have to smack into that, be the end of it, before, well, a little meteorite hitting this anyway would be the end. But I mean, any problems, all the wire, look at all these wires, look at this. They're on the outside. This is not high tech. There's no way I'd want to be up there in that. That's a death trap. GoPro astronauts. What's that supposed to be? The sun? Look at all these. You just want that flapping around, do you, on the outside going 17,000 miles an hour? Yeah, okay. We did talk about this on a hangout with the Moor guy the other day. That has never been earthed. It's been up here for 15 years and it's never had its discharge. How could it be up there for 15 years without any discharge of all their electrical stuff? You know, aeroplanes have the same thing, but they land on the earth and the discharge gets dispersed. But this thing has never been earthed and it's been up there for about 15 years. They've never had a problem. I mean, just look at all these things there. Look, there's more here. Who would put all this on the outside? Is that supposed to make us believe that this is high-tech and wonderful? Because all it looks to me is that some kiddie made it. It's just what? Can't you see what you're looking at? You're not looking at anything high-tech or wonderful. And you would not hear that noise. Noise doesn't travel at all in a vacuum. Do you hear the noise? I mean, what is he moving around in? Would water make that noise? What is he moving around in? Do you know what? He's supposed to be hundreds of miles up there looking down on Earth. Wouldn't you be just a tiny bit frightened? Yeah, you're attached to the ISS space station, but you know, would you want to fall off? There's no stars whatsoever. That's like, sort of like getting on for a quarter of the Earth there. Yeah, right. Please go and do your research about vacuums. You would not hear a thing. The only thing that would happen is any movement would be felt as vibrations in your clothes, but you wouldn't hear a noise. Oh, the door. The bendy door. I'm just watching these and recording it, you know. I wasn't planning to, and then I thought, I know I'm going to find mistakes on anything I watch from NASA, so I put my recorder on, so I haven't thought about what I was going to say. But I'm sorry, you can... Oh, it's just so fake. Just think of your computer games. It's that kind of thing. You know that they can almost make them virtual. What is that noise? Oh look, there's another astronaut in there waiting to come out. No clouds moving. decompression. Do you know what would happen if they came in from a vacuum and came back in there? They'd shrink to half their size. They just would. There's no way, even if you could survive in a vacuum, you could ever survive coming out of the vacuum back into atmosphere. Oxygen. Oh my God. Look at all this outside. Look at all those. Oh my God. Oh, look and listen. The same noise. If everybody really, please go and do your research on vacuums, please. Because they are not in a vacuum. They are not in a vacuum. Why is all that, you know, like, a vacuum doesn't make things float. In a vacuum, there's nothing. There's no air, there's no nothing. So, it wouldn't matter with it. I just can't see the difference of being here or wherever it is. If you're inside it, it's still going to be the same inside it. There's going to be nothing in there. Then how come things are floating around? I put this out here when supposedly astronauts are in the vacuum chamber. They're walking around. Just